Rude. Yeah, and it's a very, very stinky flower, obviously. Alright, so, what were you playing in Skyrim?
I let's see. What was the last thing I did? It's been a little while since I picked it up. I was a werewolf for a minute.
Oh, did you join the werewolf hunters, or were you fighting them?
Well, I was a werewolf.
I forget how that worked, how that DLC was. It was like, they were the companions, right?
Yeah, is that DLC?
Yeah, that's DLC.
Oh, I thought that was part of the main
Or maybe
story.
it is part of the main story. Oh, no, 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 I think you could do it in the main story, but the DLC, like, expanded, like, you could be a werewolf or a vampire, and it expanded both of their, like, powers and stuff.
Okay. Well, I've also killed a couple vampires.
Oh, that's rude of you.
I've been in a haunted house that told me to kill the guy that came in with me.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
That was in Markarth, right?
Yeah, that was real freaky.
Yeah. Oh, did you go all the way to the basement and start talking to the demon and everything?
Yeah. And then I went up the stairs. I was trying to be a good little boy and
Right.
not kill the man.
Right.
I don't even know him. Why would I kill him? And then he came after me, so he had to die.
So this is the point where I realized that I don't have a mint from,
Oh no!
and so I have to leave and go get a mint,
And then do the whole thing over
and then
again.
come back and do it all over again.
Oh
Yes.
man.
Yes. All right. So, you did kill him though,
Yeah, I killed him.
and did you keep doing quests for the demon?
I am still on the demon quest.
That's God, it's been a while since I played Skyrim, but I think that's the Molag Bal, right? That's the demon that you're doing the things for.
Molag Ball?
Molag Bal, Molagbal.
I don't know that one.
I think that's the one because I'm pretty sure you get his mace at the end of that quest, and it's a really bitchin' mace.
Yeah, is that the thing that was in the cage that
Yeah.
you try and touch it and he's like, and he wakes
yeah,
up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you get that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good.
I did do a thing for a goddess and I got her sword
Right?
out of it. I killed a couple vampires. I did this weird thing where I was hungover and traveled the entire map in one night.
I love that quest, the Sheogorath stuff.
It made no damn sense.
Yeah,
Like,
you got drunk and you married a cow and you trashed the building.
I didn't go search for any of it.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
I just paid everybody off.
That's funny.
And then, so then I got the staff that lets me just bring out a big ass demon and kill people.
Yeah.
So I stopped trying and just go run and
You
hide.
just go run around and just shoot dudes out.
Just go throw a big ass dude with a sword out and go hide behind a rock. Let him do all my dirty work for me. Killed a couple vampires that way.
I've always
yeah.
I've always kind of liked that in games where you can summon creatures and then have them kind of.
Yeah.
That was what was fun about Dark Souls, was that if you were ever like really stuck on a boss, you could just go human and find the summon, and then the boss would be focusing on your summon, wherein you can just stand in the back and like lob fireballs at it.
Right. Okay, so we give him a mint.
Yeah. And now he's I don't think he's drunk, so I can't tell whether the mints only affect genies or
Maybe so.
I don't know.
What does he want?
He wants the rabbit's foot. That's what I'm supposed to use the rabbit's foot
Is it
on.
beast or is it man?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because size is the only thing that determines whether you can feel something or not. And are all these guys blind also, and none of them can smell or hear? Like, how can they communicate? When you really think about these 5 people that only have one sense apiece, it really starts to break down. But maybe that's just because I've had to play this part so fucking much. Because I've this is with some edits. I believe this will be the end of it here. But I like misclicked once and then I forgot to do a thing. I had to play this part like 4 times during this. Oh no, I remember. It'll be later when I accidentally kill myself and I don't save after this.
Huh.
So yeah, we pour the invisible ink over ourselves and then the only person that can see who hasn't been looking this entire time. It's very strange.
Okay.
But it's over now. We did it.
All right.
Alexander did it.
Where are you going?
I got to make a rest stop.
All right, we'll go pee.
All right.
Don't just try to disappear like I'm just gonna continue talking like nothing's going on. It's fucking rude, man.
Piles of stacked books.
And now Mitchell's gonna miss the worst, weirdest part of this, and that's kind of sad. So hi everybody, it's just me now. It's us, here alone. And there's a spider that they ripped straight from Charlotte's web. You know, thinking back, I guess this part would have had to be for the other ending, but it's hard to, I guess I never do come back and get this little thing off of the web. Or maybe I do. I know I have to pull that little wrinkly thread at the bottom. But I've played through this game so many times, it's hard to remember. That Rick and Morty episode that came on last night was real good. I'm not even going to say which one it was. I'm just going to let you know that that's true. And whenever you watch this video, it'll still be true then. So we're not going to do anything with this spider right now. Oh, look. He's back. That didn't take too long, thankfully.
Well, I was afraid you was talking all kinds of nonsense. So.
And you're just in time.
Oh God.
So why don't you carry us for a minute while I go pee then? And don't just sit here in silence like
oh, I'm going to.
Like
I'm totally
person.
going to stay here in silence.
You know, give your thoughts on what's going on. This is a very important part of the story. I don't want you to be confused.
I feel like we've
This
officially...
is so we can get a rare book. Just
okay.
remember.
Oh, so we've got to go to the bookworm straight out of Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, it's exactly
Okay. You know, he expects me to sit here and talk to everyone, but I don't know that I'm gonna do that. I'll say things here and there.
No, I'm afraid not.
A dangling participle? A purple fiddle whacker?
I don't think so. Sorry. Afraid not.
Oh.
Then what good are you?
None. Absolutely no good. Oh, hello. I was talking a little bit. I told him I wasn't going to talk.
Ah, shit. I fucked up the microphone.
Oh, no.
I'm still doing it.
Alexander sees no point in trying. Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush.
Alright.
What was that?
So yeah, I took a bottle of milk from a milkweed bush,
Okay,
and
cool.
the dogwood tree barked at me.
The bump on the
We're entering full pun territory here.
Okay.
You better hold on. How'd you feel about that bookworm, by the way?
He needed a pipe.
He needed a pipe?
Yeah.
Alright. Welcome to Bullshit Land.
What the fuck?
Yes. Is this the same game we were playing earlier? I don't
No.
think so.
No.
Yes, these plants are babies' tears. They're
Okay.
dressed like babies. I'm gonna put a milk bottle in one's mouth.
Here is a bottle of milk.
Okay.
The other baby's tears.
That'll make them cry.
Alright.
Okay. I don't think I'm actually supposed to do that now because I don't have anything to capture those tears in, but we're going to have to do that again later.
How are you gonna do that if you don't have a bottle of milk?
Well, obviously, I'll just go back and get another one.
Oh, from the milk tree.
No, from the milkweed.
From
The
milk.
tree is a dogwood tree. That's why it barks.
Oh,
Duh doy.
is that a pizza door?
Tomatoes are not quite ripe yet.
No, that's to the ultimate Alice in Wonderland joke. First, we gotta pick up one of these rotten tomatoes. He's kind of an asshole.
He's rotten.
You get it?
Alexander,
He also really likes to give movie reviews.
one never knows when one will need a rotten tomato.
Wah wah wah.
That's a funny joke, and you know it.
Iceberg lettuce.
And we're also gonna pick up this iceberg lettuce for no reason at all.
Ye gads.
All right. Here's some
A
snapdragons.
snapdragon?
Yeah.
Is it gonna bite you?
Maybe if you get too close to it.
Oh, let it bite you.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's go through the pizza door. Now we're in Chess World.
Oh, awesome.
A red
No,
chestnut.
fortunately, this is the only screen that looks like this, and we'll only see this one area of Chess World.
Checkmate. Only
'Cause they won't let you
chess
through.
allowed on chessboard
No,
line.
of course not. We're not a chess piece.
Oh. Well, that makes perfect
It's
sense.
like, all right, well, fuck you guys then. All right, so now there's this part.
The queens?
This part is strange.
Must insist, Your Highness. I shall
These two queens are arguing over who gets to have
That's the end of
the
it.
rotten egg and who gets to have the lump of coal.
With only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness. I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island,
Your
I
thoughts?
have every right to that lump of coal.
I think I would rather have the lump of coal.
is in my possession. Therefore,
I
shall
think
be
they
my
both
reason.
want the lump of coal, and
There's
so
nothing wrong with a
they
spoiled
keep
egg.
passing back the spoiled egg back and
Though
forth.
delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump
But
of
I'm not.
coal and
Was this a
coal.
thing in Alice in Wonderland that I don't remember? A lump of coal and a spoiled egg?
It's not fair that you
I don't remember.
That doesn't count. The
I read,
secret was
both
stolen by that horrid beast.
The Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass
Because my
when I was
stones
younger. I
And-
think I liked Through the Looking Glass better, but they were both real weird.
Isle of Wonder treasury.
They're very strange
Your
books.
Highness always thinks that
Lewis
you
Carroll
can
was a weird
try.
motherfucker anyway, though.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument?
So-
first?
My good man.
Which
Could you
of
settle an argument?
coal and which the
Yeah, don't get excited. It's not an actual, like, choice.
Ah.
You're not going to get to say anything. This is just one long cutscene about these two people arguing.
Quiet, Your Highness,
Okay.
and let him make up his
And
own.
it does matter because we are going to need some sulfur later. And you know where sulfur is?
It's in the rotten egg.
Sure is. That's good. That's good. Good thinking on you. I couldn't solve that problem when I was 6 years old first playing this game.
Really? Growing up in Georgia?
Quite.
I mean, I knew what a spoiled egg smelled like, but I didn't equate that to sulfur. I just knew the smell.
You get that in the water.
Cold
Yeah.
much better with
And-
The egg water.
Yeah, we got that a lot out in Clio with the well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss that living in the city.
No.
Alexander picks
No. Instead, you get all the chlorine and the lead.
So we got her scarf from that long conversation. After she turned away, we got a red scarf. That was the whole purpose of that.
Okay.
All right.
What can we do with the scarf?
Well, you'll see later. Oh fuck! I clicked wrong. I clicked wrong, and I walked into the swamp, and I'm fucked.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm fucked, and I didn't save before any of that other stuff. And I'm so mad. Look at how mad I am. That's how. Yeah. So, then I had to do all of that shit with the gnomes and the bookworm and that whole conversation with the queen. Everything.
So we got a jump cut.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And this is me realizing that I didn't save, and it's just goddamn motherfucker shit, and then I just cut away, I think. Right, yeah.
And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to do all of that nonsense over again.
Yeah. And we're back. All right. Back exactly where we were, and we're also going to come over here. Snapdragons are snapping. Wallflowers are being shy.
The
And-
wallflowers on the wall, I like that.
Uh-huh.
That's neat.
And there's a hole in the wall there that I'm just going to go pick up. Uh-huh.
What?
Don't think too hard. It's going to run behind the wallflowers.
It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers.
So how do you think I'm going to get that hole in the wall?
You gotta get the flowers off the wall.
You can't do that. They'll die if you move them. You got to get them to move themselves. But we'll worry about that later.
Pulls out his magic map.
I mean, I really just can't fathom at this point. Like,
Just follow the logic of the game. Obviously, we'll have to play music to get the wallflowers dancing. And the snap.
we need Jacob Dylan.
Are they still doing albums?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
Jacob Dylan did an album. I don't know if he's done any recently. I'm pretty sure Wallflowers are done, but, you know, don't quote me if anybody knows better than me.
I'm sure a lot of people know better than you, Mitchell. Oh.
Well, you don't have to be rude about it.
So this is a lizard.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He talks like
I
Yoda.
didn't realize you could speak.
Speak not. Funny is. Speech I am and nothing but.
He's a dangling participle.
That he is.
Yeah. So I give him the string of words.
Ah,
Obviously.
obviously. I apologize for cursing before. I was just angry
No,
Because.
because you insulted me.
Oh.
like you, I do.
I don't apologize.
I shouldn't have.
And it just kind of it does the whole animal thing and
Oh, yeah.
crawls up you.
It looks like Alexander
Now an animal's inside your rectum.
Yeah.
And while we're here, we need to hurry up and throw our iceberg lettuce into this lake before it melts. It's
Oh.
already starting to melt. And one of the few little time things is if you don't use this item within a certain amount of time, it will melt and you have to go back and get another one.
It's like when your egg hatches into a chicken.
Yes, except that's not a bad thing. You're never not.
Or when your Lon
Milk.
or the Chateau Romani turns into regular milk.
Yeah. Does it do that?
Does it do that?
I don't think it does that.
Something does that.
There's the water. There's no,
Oh,
the hot springs water
turns into regular
turns
water.
into regular water.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Milk doesn't go bad. That'd be a bitch in a Zelda game, as if you bought like your
the
Lon milk and then after
$200 or however much
yeah
it is.
after 2 days your milk
Yeah.
is spoiled because you've been carrying it around in the fire dungeon.
Go find
Like,
another
your
cow,
milk has
man.
curdled.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be so bad.
And here's
Go get some more grandma's soup.
yeah,
That shit's awesome.
it's weird that they added that into the game so early in Wind Waker. I thought was that there's always going to be this place that you can go and get an infinite amount of health.
It's not in the hero mode.
It's not.
I mean, it's there in the hero mode, but it's not absurd at all. You need it.
All right, so here's the thing: if we that guy asked us to come closer, and if we do, that archer will shoot us. And of course, he's again the genie in disguise.
The genie in the skies.
Yes.
That move
Yeah.
was slightly erroneous.
Why'd I sing it at you? That was erroneous.
And there's a brick on the
I
ground that I
can say
should
that.
be picking up here that I'm not
Okay.
because I forgot about it.
That's odd.
I was too distracted by that guy. We'll come back for that brick later.
Okay. That was a weird way to cross that.
Well, it's still kind of hot. It's not completely cooled off. I don't think you can.
That's what the iceberg lettuce was for, to cool the hot spring.
Yeah, we did that like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
Where were you at, man?
I didn't understand why you were throwing the lettuce
To
in there.
cool it down. Obviously, ice cools down hot water.
Mm,
Now we're going to have to go give the dangling participle creature to the bookworm creature.
right.
And then, thankfully, we'll never have to go back to the bookworm area again. I don't think. I could be wrong. And I've never been sure what's on his hat. It looks like an exclamation point.
It does look like that, yes.
I found this
And-
little girl lost on another island.
This is just always just so fucking weird to me. Like, I want to know what Jane Jensen was thinking when, like, this concept was...
You naughty boy.
A mouse?
And that thing. What is that supposed to be?
It's a weird little rat bunny creature.
And that's just my brain. I mean, it's not that I don't like literary terms and references. I do.
Yes, sir.
Who wanted the rare book?
The bookkeeper does. We need to give it to him so that we can get the spell book.
Okay.
Again, for no apparent reason.
Okay.
Other than we think it might help us talk to this girl, maybe. I do like that joke, though. He says, all these books out here are very close to the sun. They're probably very well cooked.
Thanks.
Let me get one from inside. It's much more rare. It's a funny little joke.
Yeah.
Wake up!
Like it's a steak.
Wake up, Mitchell.
Oh, I'm awake, man.
Nah, get your head in the game. Open your eyes.
Alexander
Get less sleepy. What's in this rare book?
Nothing good.
contains riddles
A
and
bunch
A
of-
missing page.
Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one.
Yeah, I
that's
think
missing.
this is an optional part of the
More
game.
importantly,
Yeah.
what was the answer?
There's a piece of paper that's stuck in a spider web back on that other screen that I was talking about when you were peeing.
Magic map.
That I don't think I ever go back to, but I do remember getting it when I was younger. But I think it's for the other ending. I don't think it's for this one.
What happens if you get it?
I don't remember. That's
Oh,
why I
well,
don't think I did it this
Well,
time.
well, that's great.
Yeah. It's a good story. I know that it's really hard to get it, and the spider is real deadly.
Okay.
Alright, so now that we've got our rare book, let's go get our magic book. Oh, that's weird. There's a poster up on the wall over there in the corner. That wasn't there before.
I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints.
Oh, we took the last mint. Now the genie's all pissed.
Yeah.
I fear
Good on
is
that.
impossible. Without the ferry, I can no longer get imports from the other islands. And
You know, he had a magic map. He probably could have just gone and gotten whatever he wanted.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, that's just kind of a way of life, man. You got to get over stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna give him the pearl, and that means we can get our ring back because the pearl's worth as much as the gold in our ring. Probably not a very high carat gold in our Daventry ring if it's worth the same as just a regular pearl.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't sell it.
Well, you don't know.
Attached to it, I might like
Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy. to
Maybe
see
they
that
like the
heirloom
pearls
back in
more
its
than
rightful
gold
home.
here.
Well, I suppose that's true. They seem to like a lot of strange things, like
Would you mind
headless
if I traded
suits
this
of
in?
armor and random skeletons hanging in stores.
Mechanical nightingales.
Exchange for the
Yeah.
items on the counter. Alexander looks
And we're gonna
closely
give him
at
that
the
nightingale
to
back,
make his selection.
and I think we're gonna get the flute now.
I'll take the flute.
Yeah, the flute.
The flute? Very good, Prince Alex.
That's so we can go play a song for that.
For the
Those
nightingale?
wallflowers.
Oh,
Thank
for the
you.
We already played a
wallflowers.
song for the nightingale.
Well, then
It was
how do
what-
we get him down on the ground?
We have to get our. That
We're
was
wrestling?
no. That was actually why we needed our ring back. we're gonna show him our ring.
How fair are you?
Okay.
Obviously.
From the castle.
Yeah,
It's a
that
bird.
makes perfect sense. The bird knows all about the royal hierarchy.
Alright, so here's Jalo giving us a little update on the princess's whereabouts in life,
Cosima.
knowing that the wedding's about to happen.
Oh, it is an unpleasant thing to swallow.
And see, look at this. If only I knew if she wanted
Tell
it.
me about the wizard.
Everyone has been telling you that she does, but she hasn't told him, so he's just really not 100% sure yet. Alexander's a fucking psycho.
The question is, does she want it?
Well, of course she doesn't want it, it's a fantasy game.
Mm.
But he doesn't know that, and he has no way of knowing that. I mean, you can tell
Well,
what the plot of this game is.
He's
by
got to
now.
hear it from the horse's patoot.
Now,
He's had his eye on Cosima ever since she was a young girl. And she is the only thing between
Kind of creepy
I
there.
think he means to harm
Had his
her.
eye on her ever since she was a young girl.
No. I think
Yeah.
he'd rather keep her as wife. But whatever his plans for the princess.
His character art doesn't really match his character sprite, does it?
Perhaps she cares.
He's a
for
very
Who, the jester man?
yeah, he's very red-faced in that picture, but he looks like he has the same skin tone as Alexander
She has
in the
always
game.
instinctively distrusted him.
But he looks like he just like spent way too long on the beach.
Hey,
Or maybe he's super.
I must return to
What?
the castle, princess.
we're wearing a crown again.
To your wanderings. May we both farewell.
I told you I tried to do it as much as possible. As much as I can remember to. Usually during long conversations when I get bored.
Right now,
And now we're gonna look at a bunch of books.
Alexander
For
isn't
no
interested in
reason.
cookbooks on that shelf. He's had an aversion to
There's
experiments
I'm just
with
kinda
cookies
perusing.
involving cat hair and fish oil.
Perusing.
Yeah.
Alexander feels his-
Means to look around, but leisurely.
Alexander
Oh,
is-
yeah, yeah, okay.
right
Leisurely
now-
means at one's own
right
pace.
now,
Ah.
there's no-
Pace means the rate in which you do things.
Alexander is not.
Oh.
Things are stuff.
Alexander
Oh, look, we were thinking of Cosima, so we found a volume of love poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace.
And another.
Not bad. Let's read another one.
The lilies bend. Yikes. What was it when I looked at you?
And another one.
Nameless thing has the name
How
of
many
God
more?
cannot appear.
And I'm just like,
Little close. Alexander returns.
yeah, apparently I skipped through the one that he identified with. And the
Huh?
page fell out.
It's the love poem he particularly liked.
Oh, that's lucky. It's the exact one he really liked. I think Alexander ripped that page out of that
I
book
think
on
he
purpose.
must
I
have.
think he was putting it back up on the shelf, and he was just like, "Whoops, sorry.
Thank you, merchant.
That's mine.
Thank you, merchant. Tell me more about your love poetry."
Hello.
Hello again, merchant.
Yeah, because I walked out and I forgot the whole reason why I came here, which was to give him the rare book. Like, whoops, oh yeah, by the way.
You know it's rare because it has R on it.
Yeah.
Found this rare
Okay.
I like to think that the bookworm stamped that on there himself right before he gave it to me, so he was sure that I knew it was a rare book.
Riddles are much more marketable than spells.
Oh, it's a riddle book. That's what the R stands for.
I must be.
Than in
Don't yawn.
No, what?
Don't yawn. Makes it sound like it's boring.
and a fair trade it is.
This is an exciting adventure.
Oh yeah.
We're on a quest.
I am enthralled.
We are a young king.
spellcaster.
Well, we're a prince right now. So really, it's Prince's quest, I guess.
Prince's Quest. I mean, aren't they all that way? You're never the king while you're questing.
That's not true. You're King Graham.
When?
And, you're never a king in 8. Connor was just like a dude who was a farmer. He was just the only guy that wasn't turned to stone. That's why he was the main character. That was a weird one. The whole,
This is the last page.
the Mask of Eternity that, like, that was basically the sun that gave everything its life and power was shattered by some evil whatever, and you had to go around and find the 8 different mask pieces that were in the 8 different realms. But when it was shattered, the realm of Daventry went dark, and all the humans were turned to stone statues of themselves, and the only thing that was left was the one wizard in town, and he was like half statue. He just could protect himself, as much to keep his top half alive, but his bottom half was a statue. It was fucked up. Right, so we hold
That's
out the
weird.
ring for the bird, and the bird will
Oh.
take the ring, and
Bird's stolen ring.
and fucking just fly away. You think? And here's Princess Cassima.
What have you got in your
Oh, it's a real person.
The bird's name is Sing Sing.
A gold ring?
Oddly,
Where
A
did
gold ring, Sing Sing.
Realm of Daventry.
oddly Asian name for
Alexander's ring.
this.
Oh, my soul. He must be here. Sing Sing.
He must
I
be.
wish you could tell me what you've seen. Is he really here then?
So what do you
On
think of the
this
game so
island?
far?
Oh, if only I could leave this castle
Um,
as easily as you. Take
Yes.
this ribbon thing,
Uh-huh.
thing. If you know where
Mhm.
he
Come on,
is,
give me
turn
Mitchell.
to
Come on.
him. Please be careful, Alexander.
It,
It is so dangerous, and yet I could not wish you away.
it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she takes the ring, and instead she gives me a hair ribbon. Not
Okay.
really an equal trade, I don't think.
No, it's not worth the same. But now he knows he's on the right track, right?
Well, he knows that he gave a ring to a bird, and the bird bought him back a ribbon. But he doesn't know who it's
Alright.
from. And so let's touch it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pull a piece of hair out of it.
Oh God,
Yes.
that's creepy.
Now we're getting somewhere. Ah, and it still smells like her too. This is the stuff. This is the stuff right here.
All right, so you asked
The
me
no,
what?
shh. This hair is the color of midnight. It could only hope that it belonged to her. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna rub it on my butt. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we like
Yeah.
that.
Now I'm gonna give the love poem to the bird because now I'm super hot and sweaty,
And bothered.
and I'm just gonna really give it my all.
Take that. To
Hey,
my...
I stole this from the only bookstore in town. And again,
Sing Sing, my sweet, you bring another present. Let me see.
Let me see.
It's a poem.
I like that she only has like 2 animations, and it's just the head moves down
And
the
then the
arm
hands-
moves a little
hands
bit. It's just
Open.
like we're an animatronic figure. Yeah, let's give the text for the poem again.
Oh,
Did we read it the first
You know, I
time?
think Jane Jensen was just really fucking proud of that
Why
lump.
is it Alexander?
hurry, my fleet one.
It must be her Green Isles accent.
Mm.
And now this is the first time that we actually know for sure that this is Cassima. She actually did write us a little note.
Oh, good.
Okay? But listen to the note, though. Like,
All right.
it's not exactly the best thing that Alexander wants to hear.
I'm getting married, but thank you for being here.
Let's see.
Dearest Alexander,
Dadoy!
I cannot believe you are here, my friend.
My friend.
Okay, yeah, my friend. And then, watch out for the genie. Do not try to get to me. You must not be endangered again for my sake. So it kind of sounds like she's in trouble. Nothing mentioning a wedding. Definitely just says my friend.
Yeah.
And signs it with a G. Not a C for Cassima, a G. Not really sure why. Could be a typo, maybe.
Is the genie being the lady?
I don't believe so. Not in this part. And now Alexander's gonna
then it questions the word
psychoanalyze it.
friend, yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're just gonna fucking run off. I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. She called me
into
friend,
the water
and
again.
she didn't say my love, and I sent her that love poem that I ripped out of that book, and now I'm nervous.
Alexander feels.
And now we're gonna go get that hole on the wall, because if we don't have it, and we continue to the next area, we will get stuck and die. There's a lot of things that we could get stuck and die in coming up.
We gotta.
Oh, and also now there's a teacup on that chair. Wasn't there before.
Oh,
Weird.
that's a teacup.
Yeah, it is.
Those snapdragons.
Got a little sparkle on it. I see.
That's how you know you can pick it up.
May I
Mm.
have this dance?
The age-old sparkle.
Alright. So now we get an animation that goes on for entirely too long. With these flowers dancing
Yeah.
to a very quiet chip tune. And it acts like the snapdragons are the percussion, but then it drops it for like the last couple of beats, and it's weird.
I like the game. It's just really weird.
It's still happening. This is still the same animation.
Yeah.
Alexander stops
Da,
playing
da,
the
all right.
Okay, so I was trying to talk over it.
And funny. I don't get it the first time, so we have to wait for that to happen again. So Comic-Con just happened.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Did you watch any trailers, stuff, shit at Comic-Con? Do you care?
I watched some stuff.
What did you watch?
I didn't watch all of it.
Well, I don't think you can watch all of it without being there.
Right.
I watched the Rick and Morty panel. That was good.
I didn't see the panel.
Dan and Justin and Sarah Chalk and Spencer Grammer.
That probably would have been fun.
Yeah.
To
I did,
see.
you know, it made me upset that they didn't talk to Sarah Chalk and Spencer Grammer as much. I mean, I get that it's Dan and Justin's show, but and maybe it's just because I've liked Sarah Chalk ever since Scrubs, and so it's just
I
nice
had
to see
no
her.
idea she was a part of it until then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
but
Beth.
really,
She's Beth, and I think it's funny that Chris Parnell's never on the panel, even when they were there at Comic Con and they were on the show.
he's got better things to do.
I guess.
Yeah. He's probably a busy man, don't you think? Making all those progressive commercials.
Yeah, but Comic-Con's now like the #1 place for
Yeah.
a lot of movies and shit to, push their stuff. I would think that, it used to be it was the nerdy place to go, but now it's where like every single movie and everything, video games and movies and TV shows and all kinds of stuff.
I just want to hear Dan Harmon talk.
It doesn't matter where it is or why
Right.
he's talking. You just want to hear him talk about stuff.
I'm waiting for the Comic-Con edition of Harmontown.
Oh, that'll be good.
Uh,
When is that coming out?
I'm not sure that it is, but
I was about to say, did they even do one?
I hope that they did. If they did, it'll probably be out this week
Are you still keeping up with the Harmontown?
when I can.
Okay.
When I can. The last one I listened to was a couple weeks ago, and they started doing another D&D campaign, which is kind of fun.
Is it an actual D&D or is it like Shadowrun again?
It's Pathfinder,
Okay.
whatever the hell that means.
I have heard that name.
It is really
If Tony was here, I'm sure he could tell you.
it's really super intense apparently.
Okay.
Like there's no like you say you do something and it just happens. You have to do logical steps through everything.
Well, I like stuff like that. I know that I just posted it today, but did you happen to listen to the role-playing thing
No, I haven't gotten a
Xerxes
chance.
circuit that I posted on this channel. It was really fun. I made up a. It didn't end up very well. I don't think we kind of ran out of steam pretty early on.
That's good to say here.
Yeah. But it was fun because one of the things I like and hate about like D&D and tabletop and stuff like that is the math. The math can be what makes it really annoying, but it can also be what makes it really fun, just in different situations.
Well, yeah.
And so I wanted to make one that was like way too much math, where you have to like roll a d10 and then add your luck, and then square it, and then then roll a d6 and then divide the d6 by your luck, and then I would roll and do some math on my side and to get the answer. And the more and more convoluted, the better.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I didn't do it to me. I did it to Eric and Tony.
Oh, okay.
That's where the fun lies.
Okay.
And we had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, I would know if I had,
Listen to it.
paid attention to our product.
Yeah. Alright, now we're done with this flute. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, who needs it? Oh, do we have an old lamp? Is that what I see?
We do have an old lamp, but for some reason the lamp salesman is fucked off. Yeah, ain't it always the way?
Oh, we're taking the tinderbox now?
Yep, it's time for the tinderbox.
But we never took the paintbrush.
Oh, we'll get there. Don't worry. We don't have...
You told me the tinderbox was last.
I was wrong or lied. Don't remember where we were at the time. So, yeah, the paintbrush will be used for magic paint. It's one of our spells.
Okay.
Don't think about it.
I'm not going to.
And here's a wedding. You're smacking your lips again. I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face.
I can't help it.
Here's a wedding proclamation for Cosima and the Vizier. If we don't do something soon, she'll be another man's wife.
We can't have that.
Alexander won't stand for such nonsense. Alright, so now I think we have...
So this is Graham's father, right?
No, this is Graham's son.
This is Graham's son.
Yes, or grandson. I can't remember how far we are into the timeline now. I want to say that this is his son. We'll see at the end. He shows up. Or his dad shows up, whichever one it is.
Okay, because the most recent one that I played was Graham.
Yeah, but again, that was that was the one, him as an old man going back and telling like the stories of his life and stuff, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that already.
Well, I know we did, but I was...
Alright, and so now we're going to climb the cliffs of logic. We've got everything we need to survive the bullshit coming up.
I'm really enjoying these save titles.
Well, good.
I really am.
So this part is also fairly assy, but I actually did way better than I usually do on it this time.
Okay.
And there may be a little bit of a jump cut here as I remember to save it. Oh no, we already passed it. Never mind. Alright.
Rise.
Yes, that's the first puzzle. Is to press the buttons labeled Rise. And so then what happens is after we solve puzzles, these little steps will appear. And you have to step directly in the center of these steps. And if you misstep, you will fall. And if you fall from too much of a height, you will die.
This sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like where this is heading.
And I try to show off a death. Not sure why. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. And I try to jump off a few times here to show a death, and then I think I just say fuck it, because I'm not high enough, and it was taking too long to step.
Okay, so...
This is an unnecessary save, I think. I just saved it.
Steps of Doom.
Oh no.
Alright, and so then we
Alexander
click
loses
off.
his
Oh
balance.
no!
Whoa! 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 Ow! Hey!
And see, I really thought I would have died there. And I feel like maybe in the non-CD-ROM version of this game, I would have died. I think they might have
He just hurt his
changed that.
butt a little bit.
Yeah, it's a real cartoony fall with that noise and everything. Yeah. I take another step up just to see if maybe I'll die from here. And then I think I just give up. I like to think he's yelling at me when he says, hey.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, asshole. You know what you're doing. And it makes this little doo-doo, doo-doo.
What about from
Doo-doo.
up there?
Ah, it's not worth it. We've got a lot of these steps to go up. This is not a short climb. You'll die from there, though.
Yeah, you will.
And the funny story is that one actually was an accident. I thought I was on the right spot.
It wasn't very logical.
Yeah, it gets real smart-assy, this game, when you start messing up.
Right.
I don't know if I like that. You know, this probably has a lot to do with why I like the types of games that I do nowadays. Games that just kind of seem to hate you a little bit.
Mm.
It's probably a little bit of Sierra's fault.
At least when you got game overs in games like Earthbound, they encourage you to keep going.
Yeah. Well, that's Nintendo's thing, isn't it? They want to be nice and they want to make you feel good and have a great time.
Maybe you should take
Whereas
a
when you
break.
play Dark Souls, it's just like, you died, fuck you, stop playing, go away.
A master of languages.
Yeah, the answer to this puzzle is SOAR, S-O-A-R.
Okay.
So you gotta spell that
How do
with
you know-
hieroglyphics.
How do you know those letters?
Well, you would have the booklet.
They're in the booklet.
Yep. And you have to like read a paragraph or two of their lore to learn the answer, and then you have to go to a couple of different pages and find like the hieroglyphs that represent the different letters. So it's a whole like section, and I think that's what I'm doing right here, as nothing's happening on screen. I'm looking through the PDF folder. What do you want? What do you want? You want my notebook? Why?
And a pen also.
Jesus Christ. What are you gonna write down in the middle of this?
I mean, I'm paying attention.
Alright.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the
Oh
ground.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good that we had that booklet.
Well, again, it was a PDF file on my tablet. But yeah, I miss that in games. I really miss how, you know, it used to be. You had, it was more of a lore expansion than anything else, but it also was more of an immersion thing. Grand Theft Auto used to do this really well, and it's where every, when you got a game, the booklet that came with the game was always like a tourist travel guide to the new city.
Yeah.
So that you got a thing, when you bought San Andreas, it was just like, oh, hey, check out all the sites in San Andreas. You know, you can head down to the beach. You can head to Las Venturas and gamble at the casinos. Watch out for the Area 51 base, you know. There's all kinds of cool stuff like that. And I miss that in games, because nowadays a booklet is just, you know, one tiny little piece of paper that just has, like, the seizure information and the controls on it.
Well, it's the same thing with albums too. Nobody gives you liner notes anymore. Very few.
Yeah, very few. Most of the bands that I like still give you liner notes, I think, but I wouldn't know because it's been so long since I've actually like bought a physical CD.
Wow.
Nobody does liner notes because everyone's buying their music on iTunes. I mean, when's the last time you bought a physical CD?
The correct pattern seems to be fixed into place now, and the other stones no longer
The
move.
last time I bought a physical CD was... What was the last thing I bought? It was probably actually a record, not a CD.
Okay.
And that was a Frank Turner record. Tape That Cart.
Oh, that was a depressing album.
Oh yeah. And the record has none of the extended tracks.
That's shitty.
It's real short.
Yeah, it would have to be. It's not a long album.
Yeah. But it does have all of the lyrics on the sleeve.
My favorite Frank Turner album was probably Campfire Punk Rock.
I've also got that on record.
Alexander
Not that I'm doing the whole boasting thing here, but the one that I don't have is England Keep My Bones, and I think that might be my favorite right now. Not my favorite all around, but right now, yes.
England Keep My Bones is a real good album. And it's a good middle point between like not too depressing and not too.
Oh, it's really depressing.
It's fairly depressing. I wouldn't say it's really.
The entire
depressing.
album is about death.
Well, that doesn't have to be depressing.
Well, okay.
I mean the.
This is a long time to get up the stairs of Doom.
That's why they're the Doom. I'm telling you, man. This game.
I agree.
It don't cut no corners when it comes to fucking pissing you off. I think we're done, though. I think that was the last one. I think once we reach the top of this, we'll be at the peak. And I was wrong. There's still there's still one more. This one will definitely be the last one,
okay.
though. I'm 85% sure. This is one part that I remember really liking when I was a kid, just because, you know, it was the juxtaposition of, like, having to click so carefully, and also, you know, I'm sitting there with the booklet open, you know, I've got the code here, I'm looking on the screen, and I'm flipping through, and it makes you feel, it's got that, like, Indiana Jones, almost, like, archaeologist feeling.
Right.
Of, you're actually, like, you're tangibly and physically discovering something. At the same time that you're doing something on screen, you're doing something in real life, and there's an actual, like, visceral reaction that's cool. And that's something that I've always wanted to bring back in some manner. I'm not sure how yet, but I'll figure it out.
Just don't take the Grail past the seal.
Or the Nazis will win. Oh, we made it!
Oh, thank Christ.
Yes, we're done. And
Oh,
now,
whatever the god is here.
well, we're actually gonna see some creatures that are fairly heavenly oriented, I guess. And for those of you keeping track at home, yes, the crown is back on his head.
No. I missed that one, I'm sorry.
Alright, so this lady says, come eat these berries.
Her eyes look
You-
funny.
you-
I don't trust her.
You can only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush. Look how good they are. Ooh, I can fly. Look, they make me fly. Don't you trust her?
I don't trust her.
Isn't she a trustworthy old coot?
Are you gonna eat those berries?
What
You're
do
gonna save it first and then eat those berries?
You know I'm gonna save it first and eat those berries. What are you talking about? Come on.
Title of the save. I'm gonna eat them berries.
Nah, it's gimme them berries. You were close. You were real close. It's gimme them berries.
All right. I'll try some of your
I'm so glad that I was.
All right, lady. I'll try some of your berries. I'm surprised you didn't say, tell me more about them berries. What? These berries aren't good for me.
Oh.
Oh. I think half the time making this game was just making up different animations for Alexander dying in weird ways.
And then there's some
Right.
land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
Oh, aren't you clever? Aren't you a smarty pants, game? All right, so now we're not gonna eat the berries.
Don't eat the berries.
No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna ignore you. gonna have to.
Can you not go in the door there?
I'm just gonna. See, the thing is that I thought I could walk through it, but what I have to do is I have to get my hand and I have to click on the hole.
Oh.
But that doesn't become apparent to me.
The
for a
hand
moment.
and the whole thing, that's important.
Yeah. Alright, see. You human?
What hole are you putting your hand in?
This hole over here.
Oh.
Cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Uh-huh. I just want to crawl into this cave for no reason.
Alexander sees there's a natural opening.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Alexander
Get on in
Now-
there.
now you- now you-
Yeah, we got it. We
All
got
right,
it.
all right,
There
okay,
you go.
yeah.
All right.
Alexander finds himself in a dark
Okay, now we're in the dark. Now we can use our tinderbox.
Ah.
Yeah, it's not a necessity though. You can totally get through this part without the tinderbox.
I don't even see the tinderbox.
It's right there. It's the one that looks like a lantern and not at all like the same picture that was in
and uses the
Right.
the pawn shop.
That's right.
Also, it has a flint with it. I wouldn't have thought they would be that nice to
There's
you.
no going that direction.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been.
Not in the earlier games.
Dead end.
It's,
Nothing
you
that
know,
way.
a surprisingly good animation for this, though. You know, with the light effects on his body and everything.
Crawls through the opening in the rock.
So then there's another hole we crawl through here.
But you had to turn out the light to do that.
No, that's okay. There's light in this room.
It's like a billiards table.
Alright, now I believe this is an item that I'm not going to end up using. This is a mint leaf. I think this is something for the other ending as well.
Okay.
There's a section where you can drug the genie, and you drug him with the mint leaf.
Yeah, they really like the peppermints in this game.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. Peppermints that get you fucked up. I don't understand the logic behind it. But see, look, we don't need the. There's no reason to have the tinderbox there. You can just use it if you need to. But it's pretty.
Yeah.
All right, so if we walk towards this mountain here, we should save it.
Yeah, let's save it there.
And
Look, an intruder.
We save it under give me them berries?
it doesn't matter.
I climbed.
How'd you get up there, human?
Not possible. No one has solved the question
All right.
logically.
So these are not humans, these are angels.
It would certainly not
They're,
apply
yeah,
to
I guess they would be called angels.
To trespass. I only came to visit this beautiful
This is the part where it gets even weirder.
Okay.
So far, it's been its own kind of like contained story, pretty much. You know, there's Cosima, there's Alexander. There was the thing with the gnomes and the Red Queen and the Alice in Wonderland city, but you know, there was that.
Azure and Lady Ariel.
But for the most part, that still like served the higher purpose of the story.
Now we're just going nuts.
And yeah, so now we've got the winged creatures. They're basically from like Greek mythology,
Okay.
and they're gonna take us up to what's basically Olympus, a giant palace in the sky.
Zeus and Hera.
Right.
Hey,
I meant no harm.
we're wearing the crown again.
It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Jean.
And
Yes, Ariel.
now we're going to do the whole island of King Minos thing and go through a labyrinth and fight a minotaur
Oh, awesome.
to rescue a maiden. So, just you got to get on board with that now, because that's what the game is.
Okay.
The
Um,
prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs
yeah.
the cliffs of logic
She
will
looks
defeat
kinda like,
the Minotaur. The Minotaur
Princess
has
Leia
violated
from
our sacred
A New Hope.
and eats our young in sacrifice.
If
Our
she
own
didn't have
daughter, Lady
wings.
Celeste, was taken there
If she
only
didn't have
this
wings?
morning,
Mhm.
as his most recently
I don't know.
demanded
But that,
offering.
but
I don't
then
mind my
that's just
Princess
saying-
Leia with wings, I don't think. This guy on the other end kind of looks like was a boxer a couple of years ago, and
Yeah,
then his
yeah.
jaw got broke, and so he couldn't box anymore. And also, he really likes Batman, and he made himself a homemade Batman symbol to wear
It
across
does
his neck.
look like Batman symbol. You're right about that. And then he's got a roll of toilet paper right next to him.
Yeah, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why it's called the Royal Throne.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically...
Can't sharten those togas.
Jesus. So,
I am ready.
the, can't sharten those togas.
That's what I said. I'm not proud of it. It just happened.
So, what's happening is that the Vizier said that if somebody who's traveling the lands that's not from here shows up, you need to kill him, right? And he said that he doesn't really like listening to the Vizier, but he's in charge right now, and you got to do what you got to do. But also, we have this problem with our daughters locked in this Minotaur thing because of some bullshit logistics with who's going to be a sacrifice. It ended up being their daughter, and so she got sacrificed to the Minotaur. So they want you to go save the daughter, and if you survive, then they won't kill you, but otherwise you'll probably die. Either way, two birds with one stone kind of
Right.
thing. So basically, once you climb the top of this mountain and walk towards them and start talking to them, you are ushered into the labyrinth and just kind of pushed in, and that's what you got to do. That's the game now. You don't have any chance to go back.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to
So,
scream long.
this is probably the part the part where if you weren't using a walkthrough when you played this game, you would lose.
Outside by the winged one's
Right.
guards.